Hi, good morning. My name is Satya Prasad, and in this presentation, I'm going to talk about trade life cycle and the various stages involved in this trade life cycle and the difference between OTC trade life cycle and exchange traded trade life cycle. So, before that, I want to give you a brief introduction about myself. My name is Satya Prasad, and I born and brought up in Chotupal, which is just outside Hyderabad. So I come from a family of five, and my father and my two elder sisters are working professionals. I graduated in the year 2022 in computer science and engineering degree from Satyabama University, Chennai. My strengths are I am confident, energetic, and my interpersonal skills such as communication, leadership, active listening, uh, networking, and so on. In the SUBA program, that I've learned a lot of domain and soft skills. In domain skills, I've learned what is financial system, market participants, what are the products involved in this financial system, major products, and also core investment banking operations like trade life cycle operations, corporate actions, SBL and collateral operations, and AML KVC operations like that. And I want to use my skills that I've learned in this program, these theoretical skills into practical use by joining an IB firm. So that is my brief introduction. So coming to the second thing, why did I choose IB? So it all started with my curiosity to understand how the land prices are going to work. So my family, they are huge investors in the land. Like they put all of their wealth into this land investment, and I thought I should also know these things because the prices are appreciating a lot, and I want to know how it is going, and I felt very curious to learn those things. So I've started my research. Then I came across lot of way more things than the real estate, like stocks, investing in stocks, what is stock market, what are bonds, how this basic kind of products I came to know that. And I thought that compared to real estate, these are very easy to do valuations or easy to invest. And because the most of the prices are very like very liquid, and also the earnings and the company's potential, the prices reflects on the how much company is earning, like the profits that they are making on. So I thought that it is very easy and it is very predictable to do these kind of things. So then I came across, while doing all this research, I came across a investor called as Warren Buffett. He is world's biggest investor, and uh, yeah, I'm very inspired by his way of teaching, like how to make investments, how to look into that investment mindset, how should we look into it, and everything. And I want to explore more on those fields later. But as my background is not from the finance, from a non-finance background, I thought that I should get into a program where I will get all the necessary domain skills and also the practical skills, like how to become, and also the soft skills like how to become a professional, so that I can get into IB firm where I can explore more on this and learn a lot of new things by hands-on experience, and also meeting a lot of new people in this industry. That's my goal. So coming to the topic today. So today I'm going to talk about trade life cycle. This trade life cycle is one of the most important thing in investment banking operations. So first of all, we need to know what basic understand. We need to have a basic understanding of what a trade life cycle is all about. Trade life cycle is nothing but a sequence of steps or stages that a financial transaction goes through from the initiation stage till the settlement and reconciliation stage. This all the steps where the trade goes through, this financial trade goes through, is all called as trade life cycle. Combining all the steps is called as a complete life cycle of a trade. So it encompasses executing different kind of in all differential financial markets. And in the financial markets, there are majorly two different kind of broad differences in it. One is exchange traded, and the second one is OTC trade life cycle. In exchange traded, the most of the trade happens in a centralized location called as exchange, where all the people meet and quote their prices and get to trade by way of matching. But when it comes to OTC trade life cycle, in the OTC, it's like a direct face to face with the other person, that you other counterparty. And here you can able to negotiate each and every detail about the contract, and it is more in a customized format. And but it carries some kind of risks, so that we will involve a third entity called as an investment bank, or it can be called as STO and or IB, where he will guarantee he will negotiate all the terms, and he will guarantee the counterparty risk, and he will take care of all the process. Because this if a person wants to, if a institution like a investor wants to invest in a company, he is not expert in this operations field or in this execution field. And the person who are experts in this field or investment banking or any trading organization, so because of them they will involve this organization, where they will take care of everything, from trade initiation the execution, by way of all of this, by collecting collateral and everything. They will protect all the investments, and they will make sure that the trade goes on as per agreed terms and conditions. Okay. So coming to the reasons why people trade is that, first, to invest in a investment purpose, like long term investments, like people who have savings amount with themselves, and they don't want the savings amount now, but they want those savings amount in the future. But they can just put their savings in with themselves. But as you know, the inflation is going to eat away their money, because in the future the prices of the goods is going to increase. As a result, the purchasing power of money is going to decrease. To to solve this issue, we need to make investments where our rate of return should be at least similar to the inflation rate, or above the inflation rate. Because it should be above in inflation rate, because we could have spent that money now itself, but we are waiting. We are losing that opportunity to spend now itself, but we are waiting till the future date. So because of that, we should get some kind of return above the inflation rate. So that's why we make investment decisions. And it can be the long term. If we invest in a company, or if we invest in a stock, the stock might appreciate in value, and the company might pay dividends. I mean, it comes to bonds, the company will pay interest amounts. So those things. Second is hedging. In hedging, we will use this hedging tool to mitigate risk, by protecting ourselves, by making an agreement with the other party, for by making agreement, so we can able to protect the market risks of our product. Let's say we have an asset called as rice, or any commodity like a gold or any tomato. So we have that asset, and we don't know how the prices is going to be reflected in the future. Also, to protect ourselves from the downside risk, like the market prices might fall, or market prices might that uncertainty. Because of that, we will able to get into a derivative contract, where we'll agree with the other party, and where we can negotiate the price in of itself. And but the execution date will happen in the future, and in the future, whatever the price may be in the market, we can simply sell to the other person at an agreed price that we negotiated today itself. That is what this hedging is all about. Third is speculation. In speculation, our goal is that, because of the short-term fluctuations, or because of the market inefficiency, we believe that the prices of the good is less now, and it might appreciate in the future. So to get ourselves some kind of profit from this kind of things, we will get into a speculation thing. It is nothing but about trading, where we are looking for a short term profits. Fourth is arbitrage. Arbitrage is nothing but buying at one market at same and selling the same asset in the another market. That is what arbitrage is all about. Arbitrage is also known as riskless profit. So we will buy low at one market, and we will sell that same product in the other market at higher rate. That is what arbitrage is. So coming to the OTC trade life cycle, OTC trade life cycle, we have 12 different steps. In the OTC trade life cycle, this is the basic overview of everything. The most important thing that you should always remember in the OTC trade life cycle is that always the one side of the party will be the investment bank or STO bank. That is the most important thing. The other party might be investor or anyone like a buy client or seller client, because the investor acts as an intermediary in the OTC trade because he is expert in the field, and he will guarantee the trade will get executed. He is very good at executing the trades. And if you look into it, there are three departments in front office, middle office, back office, in every things. So first of all, the trade starts with trade initiation. In this trade initiation stage, the front office department of this IB firm goes to negotiates all the trade economic details with the investor, with the counterparty. Like trade economics can be like what is the price, at what price we want to trade, at what quantity, how much quantity will be, at what quality of the product, and at what date. Those things, those basic details are called as trade economics. And in this stage we will decide this trade economics. And coming to the second stage, trade execution. Here the trade will get executed, like after we both get into a terms and conditions, like our basic trade details. In the second stage we will find the investment bank will find other side of the party. Let's take the party in the trade initiation, he wants to buy the asset. And in the trade execution stage we will find a seller who is looking to sell the asset at the desired price, like at a matching rate. Like if the buyer is looking to sell at 100 rupees, and if the seller is also looking to sell, is ready to sell at 100 rupees, then the order will get matched in this stage. So this is what trade execution is all about. The third stage, which is trade capture, after the trade get executed, like after getting both parties to by matching both the parties, what the IB firm will do is they will enter all those details into a system called as market makers trading system. Here it will collect details of what the stock trade is, who the buyer is, who the seller is, and what are the basic trade economic details and everything. After that, in the fourth stage, we will add more details, which is called trade enrichment. Enrichment is all about adding more and more details to the trade so that the trade will get executed very smoothly. Like the trade details can be, let's take in the first stage, we have decided to buy a Tesla share. And in the trade enrichment stage, what we will do is we will get all the necessary details to execute this trade, like what is the security identifier number, what is the buyer's shift to code, what is the seller's shift to code, what is the settlement details, all the details that is necessary to get the trade to executed to get settlement in a risk free and with a without any human intervention in the middle, so that it goes through a stage through processing without any information. The machine will do all the work. So here we will collect all those information. Coming to trade validation and verification, here after entering all those details and after getting all the details, we will verify the trade details, like if like what is the accuracy, like check whether, as you know, the trade, when the trade get initiated and the trade get executed, both of the times can be 1 or 2 days apart, or there might be some difference in between these two dates. So because there is a discrepancy in these two dates, the buyer might say, if the prices got appreciated or prices got depreciated, the buyer or the seller will say, we have decided we would like to sell at this stage, but now the prices are like this, so that we are not willing to accept these things. So this kind of things might happen, so that we will check the trade and everything. And also there will be a compliance, regulatory and internal standards that we should oblige to, and we will check if the trade is following all the regulatory norms and standards. In trade affirmation and confirmation stage, we will share a trade detail, like a basic white sheet paper, where we will give all the details of ourselves. Let's take if we are a investment bank, we will see at what all the negotiated details in a white paper or in agreement, and we will share that to the other party, like investor or the other party who is buying, or whom we have negotiated. And we will check cross check with each other, and if everything is okay, then the trade will get continued. If there is any discrepancy or anything that we both are agreed but not yet reflected on it, or if there is any issues in between them, we will negotiate those things in this stage. And next is trade reporting. After, if the trade get both the parties are agreed on all the trade economics, on all the details and each and every negotiated term, then we will report. If there is any requirement, regulatory requirement, that we should always report specific kind of trades, then we should report those trades to regulatory authorities. Like, let's take in OTC, if you buy a credit default swap in OTC market, then as per, there is a new law that US has introduced called as something. There is a law that in which we should always these kind of contracts, where like a credit default swap or some kind of contracts, should always be reported to the regulatory authority, so that the regulatory authority will able to manage the risk and to able to understand what is the position of the market participants that they are in. So there will be certain restrictions on products where they should report those things. And next is trade funding. In the trade funding, after everything got settled, this step is belongs to the front office department. The front office department will transfer funds to the investor or the people, the other counterparty, as per agreed norms, and the trade will get first stage of settlement. And next is pre-settlement validation. This is the ninth step. Here checks are all performed, and again we will check that all the trade details and everything, like settlement, cash settlement, how much cash is got settled, or if there is any collateral requirements required, everything we will check and everything. Then in the pre-settlement confirmation, after validating this thing, we will again confirm with other reviewer, other person in the department or another independent reviewer, so that if there is anything but that we missed, then he might able to find it, and the process will get very, it will run very smoothly without any errors in it. And next is pre-settlement confirmation. After getting validated, then we will confirm that same validation documents and everything with the other counterparty, and we will, if there is any issues at this stage, we will rectify it and address those issues as that is. Next is trade settlement. This is the stage where the actual transfer of ownership happens. Let's take, if you are a buyer, then you will get the securities into your account, and if you are a seller, this is the stage where you will actually receive the money. So actually, whenever if you want to do a trade, first, if you are a buyer or if you are a seller, there is a process called as pay-in. The pay-in, first you will give the asset that, like if you are a buyer, then you need to pay the money to the person or a third party like exchange or anyone. After that, and you will also collect the securities from the seller who is going to sell those asset to us, and only after receiving this both of those things, then only they will exchange those two assets. So this is where the trade settlement happens. Next is post settlement and recording. After the trade got everything got settled, we will do all the reconciliation required, check whether if there are any discrepancies in the details that we have made and the cash that we got, or the securities we bought, but the securities that we ordered, but the securities we got. If there is any kind of discrepancies that we have seen, we will raise the issue. And this is mostly used for accounting and post settlement and entering those trade details into our book. That is what this is settlement is all about. So these are the 12 steps involved in this OTC trade life cycle. Now when it comes to exchange trade life cycle, oh my god, Devoda. Oh, so when it comes to exchange trade life cycle, this trade life cycle will go through an exchange where it is a centralized location where all the people buy and sell, and so this is how it's going to be. So okay, I will continue. So in this stage, so if you look into this diagram, there is a client called as BlackRock, and he wants to buy shares of Tesla, but it does not have, as you know, exchange is a place where all the trade executes. but exchange will not deal with each and every person that they are trading with, because it takes a lot of time. So it's not possible for the exchange to do these things. That's why there are members called as brokerage members or brokerage brokerage people, where brokers, where the whole goal of the broker is they are the members of this exchange, and these brokers help investor or people who want to buy or sell in the market by placing order on behalf of them in the exchange, so that the exchange will only deal with the people only with the brokers, and anyone who wants to buy or sell, they need to approach this broker, and the broker will check and each and everything, and they will put the order on behalf of the client. And this is what happened. The client is BlackRock, and he has placed a buy order with JPMC brokers, and the order that he put is he wants to buy 1 million shares of Tesla, and the rate that he decided is 225 rupees. And this is the first leg of the transaction, not the first leg. This is the one side of the transaction. On the other side, there is a client called as KKR, and he has 1 million Tesla shares, and he wants to sell the Tesla shares in the market, and he wants to sell the same shares at 255 rupees. Now they both approach with the help of brokers called as Bank of America. They both approach this exchange, a centralized location, and they will say we wants to. The buyer will say we want to buy at 255, and the seller will comes and we want to sell those shares at 255. If both the prices that the buy order and sell order got matched, then the exchange will the order will get matched. After that, the after getting the trade got matched, it will get into a second stage, which is called as a clearing house or clearing corporation, where the actual settlement might is happens. In that settlement process, we have two types. One is pay in. The pay in stage, the JPMC is a clearing member here, and JPMC will take 1 million amount of money, like the BlackRock has put 1 million amount of money into 255, which is $255 million, and they will pay $255 million to the clearing corporation. And on the other side, the Bank of America is going to give 1 million shares of Tesla to the ex clearing corporation. This stage is called as pay-in. Next, there is a stage called as payout. In the payout stage, that the clearing corporation DTCC is going to give 1 million Tesla shares to the JPMC, which is the buyer of the Tesla shares, and is going to pay out cash $255 million to the Bank of America as per agreed norms. So this clearing corporation is going to guarantee the trade is going to happen, whatever the condition may be. So this is the main role of the clearing corporation. Thank you. If you have any doubts, feel free to ask me. Joshnavi,
Oh,
if you have any doubts, feel free to ask me.
okay.
So whatever may be your doubt.
Mm.
Okay, Joshnavi. Thank you.